former drug dealer who has been through all circles of hell, decides to retire and forget about his dark past. But the past is not willing to let him go just like that. You are on the Rewatch channel, and this is a retelling of the movie Thursday.
There's no f***ing way you'll ever get me inside you.
You want to bet?
Casey and Chris, a young couple living an ordinary life. One night the phone rings in their house. It's Nick, Casey's former accomplice. Unlike his friend, he is still involved in criminal activities. Nick comes to his friend's house and is surprised at how much Casey has changed his life. It's not surprising. The guy leads a healthy lifestyle, takes care of the house, and works as an architect. His wife is unaware of his dark past. Nick assures that he has also changed. He talks about his business and his plans to get married. Referring to an important meeting, the guest leaves the house, borrowing his friend's car. Casey, while putting his friend's things in the room, sees a suitcase, the same kind they used for their dark deeds before. The guy pushes away bad thoughts, but curiosity leads him to open the case. Seeing that it's full of heroin, Casey gets furious. He calls his friend, but he just shrugs it off. The homeowner swiftly gets rid of the drugs, flushing them down the sink. A few minutes later, there is a knock on the door. A dark-skinned guy, disguised as a pizza delivery man, enters the house. He points a gun at Casey and demands the heroin. Finding out that all the drugs have been disposed of, the stranger informs that he's forced to kill the homeowner. As a last request, the homeowner asks to smoke, to which the stranger happily agrees. He introduces himself as Ice and tells that his dream is to become a rapper. He gets a call from the studio and is asked to perform one of his songs over the phone. Taking advantage of Ice's confusion, Casey knocks him out, ties him up, and locks him in the garage. At that moment, Dr. Jarvis arrives. He came about the foster child that the spouses want to adopt. Chris has already had an individual interview, and now it's Casey's turn. Their conversation is interrupted by noise from this garage. The man apologizes to the doctor and goes to the garage. There, he hangs Ice by the legs to the ceiling beams, so he won't make noise. At that moment, a liberated beauty, Dallas, appears at the doorstep.
I bet you are.
May I come in?
She boldly walks into the living room and, ignoring Casey's protests, sits on the couch. When the guy leaves to answer a phone call, the girl has a very frank conversation with the doctor. Taking advantage of the situation, the man asks about Casey's past, and Dallas, in brazen tones, talks about the guy's criminal life. After listening to the story, Dr. Jarvis leaves, not wanting to hear the guy's justification. The girl takes the homeowner hostage, but upon learning that there are no drugs, she demands money from the guy. Getting a refusal to her request, Dallas rapes the tied-up man in order to torment him. The process is interrupted by a shot that blows the brains out of the lustful bitch. She is killed by Bill Hill. The guy demonstrates his bag with various torture items. Hearing noise outside, he tapes Casey's mouth shut and leaves the room. When Billy returns, the guy has already freed himself from the tape on his hands and is armed with a frying pan. He hits the man several times and hangs him in the garage together with Ice. Nick calls Casey, saying that he stole the money and hid it, leaving all the clues pointing to his friend's house. The man apologizes and advises leaving town. Nick is seriously injured, and this may have been his last call. Casey tidies up the house, removing all traces of blood. When Detective Kasparov appears at the doorstep, the man places a package on the table containing Nick's head. He wants to get the money that the accomplice stole from the police. Kasparov is sure that Casey can remember where his friend might have hidden them. He offers the guy a deal. He must bring the money by 7 in the evening, and in return, he will get the house cleared of bodies and a happy family life. Casey finds the money that Nick hid in the spare wheel of his car, and there he also finds 2 pairs of watches, a gift from his friend for him and Chris. At the appointed time, police officers arrive at the guy's house, led by Kasparov, and several major drug dealers. The guy himself is not at home. He turned his enemies against each other, those who dared to interfere in his calm life. Casey, at that time, meets his wife at the airport and tells Chris that he must fly urgently and suggests she come with him. She must make a decision right now, and the girl agrees. The couple leaves to start a new life with $2 million.